Hey folks, CA Rachana Ranade here and I welcome you all to a very glittery video. Glittery? I think you might have understood which asset class I'm referring to. I had bought this asset class for the very first time when I was in grade 11 and I had bought it at the rate of 8,000 rupees for every 10 grams. And today the price is somewhere around 75,000, 80,000 rupees for per 10 gram. And that's why it's like, 10x returns in around 20 years. This love for gold is not only mine, but I'm sure that this love for gold is deeply rooted in our tradition and in our culture, and it makes one of our favorite asset classes for Indians. And this love obviously is also seen through Bollywood, where we can hear different songs for gold. What I can immediately think of is like Sona Sona Baba Sona Sona Baba Sona Sona Sona. That was one song. Second one was Sona Sona Dil Mera Sona. Third one, Sonia, oh Sonia. है नहीं ऐसा? Okay, cut. Now first, let's try and understand why are we going to discuss about gold today. And for that, have a look at this chart. What a nice breakout is what we can see on the gold chart. Believe it or not, gold has given better returns as compared to Nifty in the last 1 year, and that's what you can see here by the data point as well, right? Well, if you compare a longer period of time, be it something like 5 years, 10 years, or more than that, then of course Nifty has outpaced gold. But in the last 1 year, if you were to compare, gold has outperformed Nifty. Okay, so what we are going to do is that first we are going to understand the reasons why gold came into limelight, why did it glitter better than Nifty. We are going to try and understand the reasons for this, Nifty gold going up. We are going to try and understand that whether the breakout is only there on gold chart or are there some gold stocks where also we can see such breakout. So it's going to be a very interesting, informative video. So keep on watching the video till the end. And whether you like or not, whether you like gold or not, that's not really material. What you should do is you should smash the like button for this video. So let's get started with different factors which led to increase in gold prices, where there could be multiple factors, but today we're going to try and focus on 5-6 key points. Okay, the very first one is about uncertainties in the geopolitical scenarios. So let me give you quick examples. First one is Russia Ukraine. I'm sure everyone already knows about it. Started somewhere around in February 2022. And what happened was that Russia had a lot of US dollar reserves, and what America did was that they froze few of their accounts, because of which they were not able to withdraw their own money which was parked in dollars. Now in such cases, countries feel that if I'm not able to withdraw my own money, that's not fair enough, right? So better I park my money in an asset class which I can withdraw very easily. So be it Russia, be it other countries, they started parking more and more money in gold. This was also seen when China's Reserve Bank, that is People's Bank of China, they bought 316 tons of gold between November 2022 and April 2024. In fact, this is like the highest share of gold in China's reserves since 1996, and gold accounts for almost 5% of China's central bank's reserves, that is People's Bank of China's reserves, right? So all in all, I hope you have understood the first point. Whenever there are geopolitical tensions, war-like situations, countries themselves feel that they should park their money in gold, and when they buy more and more gold, higher demand, similar supply, prices are going to shoot. Number one. Number two, a similar extension of this is like the Middle East tensions. Now be it Israel Hamas, be it the Red Sea, or Iran Israel conflict, right? Everyone knows about all these points. The moment there are tensions in the Middle East, first thing what happens is crude is what comes into play. There'll be problems in the supply chain of crude. Now once there is a shortage of crude supply, what typically happens is that supply is less, demand is always rising, so obviously crude prices will keep on rising. More crude prices is equal to more inflation, and more inflation, always there are recessionary fears that start looming over the world. And in such cases, again, whenever recession fears start playing in, gold is again one asset class which gives some sort of peace of mind to even countries. Okay, so one last time, whenever there is a problem or there is a shortage in supply of crude oil, typically what will happen? Crude oil prices will shoot up. This will lead to a higher inflation. Higher inflation is equal to question marks around question marks around the global performance, the economic performance. And whenever this becomes a little bit dicey, people try to shift their money to safer havens. And that safer haven obviously could be gold, right? Third point that we can discuss about is some recessionary fears also that happened in USA. If you remember, I had done this video on Silicon Bank Valley crisis, and again same thing, right? Whenever this is beginning, I mean this brings up recessionary fears. It's again the same old logic where uncertainties will kick in, and because of which gold will be more preferred. It will lead to increase in prices of gold, right? One more point, which is one of the recent points, I'm sure you have read about this, which is the US Fed rate cut, because of which what will happen? The overall bond interest rates will go down, and then the investors will try and look for alternative asset classes which can generate better returns for them. So again, demand for gold will rise up, which will lead to increase in gold prices. And finally, 4 points I've talked about. Global one has to be dedicated for India, and everyone knows the point that I was just mentioning, right? Our love for gold, and that coupled with wedding season, festive season, obviously people are going to demand more and more of gold. Typically this season that I'm shooting the video in, somewhere around September to around Jan, this is going to be a season where highest demand for gold is what will be seen. Again, higher demand, similar supply, gold prices ideally are going to rise. Okay, so all in all, I hope you have understood that why gold prices rises. But just in case, if you have seen this chart, you can see that big red candle. What's wrong? What went wrong there? Why did gold actually crash on that single day? The reason, I'm sure again you would know about it. The Union Budget 2024 had announced a significant reduction in the import duty on gold. In fact, a cut in custom duty on gold and silver was done to 6%, which was originally at 15%. So all in all, I hope you have understood some basic reasons why gold prices are increasing, they are in limelight. In the next section, we are going to try and understand technical analysis of gold, and then followed by technical analysis and some important points about 5 gold stocks. Now, just to save on some time rather than going to trading view showing each and every chart, I've already taken the screenshots and I'm going to show you some key pointers about the gold chart and also 5 different stocks. So first, we'll just understand about gold. Now, if you can see here, this is a long-term chart. This is somewhere around 2020, where you can see this was a resistance around 2069. This is dollars, and this is dollars per ounce. So ounce is somewhere around 28 grams is what I remember, right? So how much dollars per ounce had it hit? Somewhere around 2070. Now here you can see this was a level. Again, this saw a resistance somewhere around in 2022. A similar level at resistance in 2023, in 24, again in 24, and a nice breakout, a clean breakout. And here you can see the 2 green candles back to back, strong price, and it has sustained this breakout. Now this is still last like 5-ish years. Now, if I were to give you an absolute long-term view, from 2011 to 2024, you can see a very nice cup and handle pattern being formed. Or you may also say this could be something like a complex cup and handle, where it's a cup, and here you could have said that these are like 2 handles. That is also okay, right? But similar thing and a breakout. So all in all, gold on the charts looks very, very promising. Now you might be like, Rachana, why have you chosen US dollar per ounce and why not gold on MCX futures? Whenever you are analyzing only gold, it's better to use this chart based on US dollars. Why? Because if you check on MCX, then there are going to be 2 impacts. One, gold price impact, and second, dollar rupee impact. So to negate that dollar rupee impact, I have taken dollars per ounce chart for gold, and that is what ideally you should also check. Now let's focus on 5 jewelry or 5 gold related stocks, and we are also going to do the technical analysis of all these companies. Very important, this is not a stock recommendation. I'm just going to tell you about the theme, how gold prices have seen a breakout, and a question that we are going to try and answer is, have the technical analysis, have the charts of these 5 gold stocks, have they also given a breakout or not? Okay, so let's start one by one. Here we go. So first one is Kalyan Jewellers India. They have around 150 retail stores across India and also in the Middle East. They expanded their presence in Gujarat, so in the western region of India, by starting a new showroom in the city of Gandhinagar in Gujarat. The revenue increased by 26.5%, backed by a strong performance not only in the Indian markets but also in the Middle Eastern markets. Now, if you have a look at this chart, you can see that there was a nice, there is an upward trending line, no doubts on that. So, but it was seeing a resistance at this line time and again. It gave a breakout, it retested, and it has bounced very nicely. So that is about Kalyan Jewellers. Now talking about Titan, if you have seen this video of ours, I have already done a very detailed video on Titan. Everyone knows that it's a Tata Group company. Everyone who has seen that video, they know that earlier it started as a watch company and how they shifted focus to jewelry. And everyone again knows that Tanishq is the brand of Titan. So, talking about their financials, revenue was up by 11.5% on a year-on-year basis. We are not going to dig down into details of the finances, but what we are going to do is just understand some basic points and then talk about their charts as well. For Titan, if you can see that it was facing a resistance here, it was like a downward sloping line, but after a long struggle or battle, finally it has given a nice breakout and it is currently trading above the resistance line. Talking about the third jewelry stock, which is Thangamayil Jewellers, has more than 50 stores in South India. So major presence is what they have in South India. Their first quarter FY25, they reported a 27% rise in their revenue, and this was their highest quarterly turnover in the company's history. Talking about this chart also, you can see that the stock was facing a resistance, very nice strong breakout, and since then the stock has been continuously rising. Now, if you go on to the fourth one, that is Senco Gold. This is also, incorporated long back in 1994, and it's one of the largest retail players based on the number of stores in East India with more than 90 stores. They have launched a new product recently, which is Senco Gold Beans. It aims at young investors. Why? Because they have a ticket size of just 4,000 rupees approximately. Why? It's like a 0.5 grams, which is a 24 karat gold related investment, right? So that is an interesting point about Senco Gold. Now, if you see here, again similar thing, upward trending line, but has faced a resistance once, twice, thrice, and right now we can see that it has broken above this resistance line. Talking about the fifth chart, N Gadgil Jewellers, a very recent listing. Again, I've done a separate video on this company, so I hope you have watched this as well. It's the second largest organized jewelry player in Maharashtra in terms of number of stores, and they have also done a new. They have also come up with a new announcement which said that they are going to open 9 stores during this Navratri season, and out of these 9 new stores, 4 stores are going to be in Pune. Okay, if you have seen that video, I'd also mentioned that majority of the presence of this entire company is in Maharashtra, and if you remember, they had also mentioned that the IPO proceeds that they are going to collect, they're going to use that for store expansion, and we can immediately see that in the news as well. Talking about the technical analysis, too early to comment anything. It's just actually, this is like a 15 minutes chart, because daily chart hardly, it's a 1 hour chart. Daily ke liye I wouldn't have gotten enough data, but important point is it should break the day one, the listing high ka level, which is 848. If it breaks above that, if it sustains, then it will be more interesting to watch this stock. Now, out of all the technical analysis, I'm going to take you back to the first one, which was a little bit more interesting, which was Kalyan Jewellers. You can see, look at the volumes here, right? And then when the stock has broken out, look at the volumes here. Okay, so whenever you are doing an analysis, a technical analysis, don't give importance only to price, give equal importance to price and volume. And just before we conclude, let me tell you something. I have gold in my portfolio. Do I have physical gold? Yes. Do I have SGB? That's sovereign gold bonds? Yes. Do I have gold ETFs? Yes. Okay. So I want you all to tell me in the comment section which is the preferred way for you to invest in gold. I forgot one thing about, okay, gold stocks also I have. Don't ask me which one, but I have one. Okay, chalo. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to share this video with your friends. Don't forget to smash the like button. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, take care. Jai Hind and bye-bye. You might have come across such advertisements on various social media platforms. Please note, all of these are fraudsters promising unbelievable returns through stock tips. I don't provide any calls or advisory services. I provide only educational content through my social media handles and through my website rachanaranade.com and rachanaranade.in.